What's up, y'all? Good evening. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, baby. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. What time is it? It's 10:30, so we're not that late, y'all. We're not that late. But let me go ahead and move this around a little here, right here. Today we are talking about the secret in believing in yourself. The secret in believing in yourself, right? So there's a secret to it, and I'm fixing to tell y'all the secret into believing in yourself. You know, number one, you should always believe in yourself, no matter what. No matter what. There has been times where there was times I didn't believe in myself, you know. There was times where other people believed in me more than I believed in myself, right? So I had to find myself and everything. And right now, I almost didn't have a scripture because I forgot about it. But thanks to Jimmy, man. Jimmy's been, God's changed his life, and he's been telling me, hey, man, just start your. Why, have you ever thought about starting your shows with a scripture? And I was like, yeah, you know what? That'd be a great idea. That'd be a great idea. Why? Because I'm a godly person and everything. So what are the ways to start it? So today we're starting it with Proverbs 16:9. Uh, the heart of man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps. So we always plan. We always plan a certain way, right? We always plan a certain way. And I'm going to go ahead and take this off because I don't know if I can use it, considering that I didn't change it up. So we always plan to live our life a certain way. And we always want to go. We always like, man, you know what? I'm ready to become a rock star. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to do that. Like, for instance, a long time ago, I wanted to be a rap artist, right? So I did the rap thing and everything. And there was one time where I was like, man, if I can't do this, I don't want to do nothing else. Just same thing with DJing, but thank God I'm still DJing and stuff like that. But we never know what God has planned for us. We never know what God has planned for us, right? We don't, right? So we want to walk a certain direction, but then God's like turning us this direction. And we're still being stubborn and trying to walk this direction. He's trying to say, hey, you know what? This direction is not where you're going. You're going this way, right? And sometimes we fight him on it, right? And we don't have the faith and we just don't we say we believe in ourselves and we believe in him, but we don't there it goes better. But we don't actually believe like we should believe, And the thing about it is that the secret in believing in yourself, well, you have to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, who's going to believe in you? Who's going to believe in you? I mean, they're going to believe in you, but are they really going to believe in you? I remember a long time ago, when I first started DJing was back in the late 80s, right? So like around 88, 89, right? And I remember when when I wanted to DJ, right? I didn't know too much about DJing. I knew the rap thing. I knew about rapping and stuff like that, but I didn't know too much about DJing. And I remember I really wanted to DJ. This is something I really wanted to get into. So then I started hanging around with Marco and Victor Pacheco, Marco Luna and Victor Pacheco. They're friends from a long, long time ago. I haven't seen them, but I'm not sure what they're doing now. But I started hanging around with them, and I know they were like using me, So they would, I would carry their equipment, and I would do everything, man, because I said, man, you know what, I believe I can be that DJ. I believe I can do that, right? Well, guys, we're talking about, man, 30-something years ago, And today, I'm still DJing. It's a living. It's what I'm doing. But how did I have to get there? How did I get there? I got there by believing in myself, by working hard, and getting them to believe in me, to believe what I can do. Now, who was I proving it to back then? I thought I was proving it to them. But it was not about proving it to them. It was proving it to me. It was proving it to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And now look at me, guys. Everybody knows that this is what I do for a living, besides the keto coach and the intermittent fasting coach and all, and the graphics. But DJing is what I do. And I'm pretty good at it. And they call me all the time. I get really busy, The other day I called, I needed somebody to DJ, right? Because I'm getting busy. Thank God. And I need somebody to cover some sports bars. So I called this guy. This guy was DJing for me, but then, he just fell off a little bit. Not fell off, but he just got into, he wasn't really doing that. So I called him up and I said, hey, man, you know what? Can you do this? He goes, man, brother, thank you, man. Appreciate that. I'm going through something. Money would really help me right now. I said, man, you know what? I called you, man. I'm glad. I'm glad, you can go ahead and make you some money and stuff like that. And then I called him again and I gave him another job. Why? Because he showed me that he was ready to do something. He showed me that he wanted to do this, right? He believed in himself. So guess what? If you believe in yourself, that shows confidence. And guess what? I'm going to believe in you, right? So he's working Friday and Saturday for me, which is awesome, And usually I make a percentage, sometimes when I send DJs out or I'll make something. But I told him, you know what, bro? Get back up on your feet. And then, later on we'll talk about some other gigs, But I am taking care of everything. I take care of the contracts. I take care of everything. These are sports bars that I've been dealing with for more than 5-6 years, So anyway, how y'all doing, man? How's we got Alexis. How you doing, Alexis? We got also Dora. Hey, Dora, how you doing, Dora? Dora the Food Explorer. You got to check her out, guys. She's always giving the honest opinion about people's food. Esperanza, shout out to Esperanza. Shout out to Bianca. And shout out to Armando. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody on TikTok over here. Appreciate y'all on TikTok. Make sure y'all add each other on TikTok. TikTok, man, they have came a long ways. We still don't got nobody over here on Instagram, but we're good, man. We're good. Let me see if I'm on Instagram. You got to look at Instagram. You got to make sure you're on. Okay, so I'm on. Hey, you know what? We're on over here on Instagram, and they keep on telling me, Free, do a show on Instagram, and I'll be like, for what? You're not on there? They go, no, we'll see it later. I said, all right, cool. So the secret in believing in yourself. Now, one thing happens is sometimes we fall. All of us fall. We fall down hard. We fall hard. We fall hard, right? And some of us, instead of getting up, it's hard for us to get up because we're scared to get up because we don't want to fall again, right? Well, at that time, when you fall, make sure you fall on your back because you want to look up on how big of an impact you're going to do this time. Sometimes we go through things, right? Sometimes, there's been times I remember in the very beginning, and I don't mind sharing this with y'all because I like sharing facts and real stuff and everything with y'all. But I remember in the very beginning, I was gonna start my company, right? Because I always DJ for other people and DJ with other people, but I was gonna start my own company, which is Unstoppable Entertainment. And I didn't have no equipment. I had no equipment, right? I had some equipment, but real terrible equipment, right? And I told my wife, I said, babe, I need to get this, right? And I said, I need to get this going. And my credit was bad, so I didn't have no good credit, And I wanted my own equipment, right? And so I was like, man, you know what? I'm going to do whatever it takes, right? So I got some loans out. I got some loans out, right? And these loans, I knew about the loans because I was a loan officer. I knew how the loans work, right? And I knew I had to pay them back, right? It took a long time for me to pay them back. And when they called me and said, "Hey, you know what? We're gonna press charges on you," I already knew the whole routine, and I was like, "Yeah, go ahead. You ain't gonna do nothing. Go ahead, because I know the laws behind it. Matter of fact, they're robbing us for giving all the interest on the money. But I knew I had to pay it back. So we get out like 5 or 6 loans out, right? And I'm thinking, man, you know what? I'm gonna go buy some equipment. So I go and I buy some equipment. Well, today I could do concerts. I can do big places. I can do small places. I got top of the line lights. I got everything, right? But how did I get there? Because I believed that I can be there. I believed I could be that DJ. I believe I was like, you know what? Sometimes we got to do the hardest thing. So right now, there's people right now that can probably be a chef, that can probably be a mechanic, that can probably be whatever they want to be, but they're scared to get into debt. They're scared into like, you know what? I got to pay for this. How am I going to pay for it? Well, don't be scared and do whatever it takes. Most of the people out here that have made it have been bankrupt, have been through so much, have had so many falls, and now they made it, right? But when do you make it? When do you make it? Do you realize right now little beady things? Did you see that guy on TikTok? Mad face, dog face, right? He made a TikTok. First of all, his truck broke down. That's the reason why he did it. So his truck breaks down. He gets on his skateboard and he's holding on to cranberry juice, ocean spray cranberry juice, right? And he's drinking it like regular he would. But he remembers that he'd been watching all these TikToks that always put on your camera because you never know. You never know. So he throws on his camera, not thinking that the next day or a couple of days later, he goes viral. Now, I know you know who I'm talking about because this guy is everywhere. He's a Mexicano. And the thing is, sometimes you have to believe in something to get where you want to get to, right? We always say, oh, man, you know what? I believe in God. I believe in my Jesus. I believe in Lord. I believe in everything. But do you really believe? Because you're afraid to release. You're afraid just to leap off. You're afraid to go off. You're afraid to go off, right? You're afraid to go off. You're afraid to do that. You know, a lot of people say, man, Free, you know, I enjoy that. Your keto lifestyle shows. I enjoy, you know, your YouTube channels. I enjoy all that. And I said, I'm glad you enjoy all that. But are you doing something for yourself? Are you believing in yourself? Because I hear people all the time, you know what, Free, man, I wish I had the motivation you had. And I say, you know what? I didn't have this all the time. This does not fall into your lap. You have to believe in yourself. You have to work hard. You know, they say, man, Free, how do you do it, bro? How do you do it? How do you not want that much food no more? How do you do it? You know? And I said, because I believe in myself and I don't want to see myself here no longer. I don't want to see myself right here no longer. You know, not because how big I was, but because how sad I was, how nothing was going for me. Why nothing was ever going for Free? Because Free never believed in himself. Free would go out there and do the rap thing or do the DJing thing because other people enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it. I love the DJ. Don't get me wrong. I love the DJ and I love the rap. But when I got home, I was depressed. I had this feeling that I was looking for, right? And it was there all along. So the secret in believing in yourself is exactly that. Believe in you. Believe in you. Because if I didn't believe in me, I still would have been here. There is people out there that want to drop weight. The biggest thing right now is people that are obese, people that have bad health, people that can't stop smoking. And yes, I am talking about smoking, right? People that can't motivate themselves, people that don't got energy. You know, people have a lot of bad habits. But why do you think they have these habits? Well, maybe because they haven't let the self-control go. See, a lot of times we want to control everything. We want to have control. So we put up a guard, right? And sometimes you're fighting against this. Why not just let it go? Why not just let it go? And always think about why you're smoking. Why are you smoking? You might say, oh, I'm smoking because of my nerves. Well, get away from that. Oh, I'm smoking because I got a craving. Okay, now I'm going to ask you, what would you do for a next person if they came to you and said, hey, how do I stop smoking? What would you tell them? If you had to give advice to somebody to change their life, what would you tell them? And y'all can answer me on that, but what would you tell them? What would you tell them? If somebody came up to me and said, Free, how do I drop weight? I know what I'm going to tell them. I'm going to say, you have to believe in yourself. You have to want this. And you have to be hungry. And I'm not talking about hungry for food. I'm talking about hungry for life. I'm talking about hungry for satisfaction. I'm talking about hungry for people not to call you names no more. Hungry for life, for just for you to feel good. Hungry for all your health problems to be gone. Hungry to move up to where you want to be at. Hungry to be named. Hungry to have respect. Be hungry for it. Be hungry for it. A lot of times we say, man, you know what? I want this. I want this. But you won't get up to get it. Yes, yes. But people say they want it, right? I know people right now that say, man, I want that job. I want that job where I can drive my Corvette and I can live the life. I want to live that life like they live. But they'll never get up to do it. Never. Not once will they. Because why? Because I didn't do it. Because in the very beginning, I didn't do it. But now, after 3.5 years ago, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. And thank God he's blessing me because I stay away from all the negativity. There's a lot of negativity out there. A lot of negativity out there, right? No matter what it's about, a lot of negativity. And we fall into it. We love to see it on TikTok. We love to see it on Facebook. We love to see it all the time, right? Because we want to get away. So we start looking at, oh, man, you know what? Oh, man, hit them, and stuff like that. When we could be doing something better. Like we could be reading books that are going to help us. I'm about to go pick up some books, some real good books that I heard that, that are really good. So I'm going to go pick them up and I'm going to read them. Was I the reader type all the time? No, definitely not. Definitely not. But I had to grow. I had to grow and I had to believe in myself. And now, no one, absolutely no one can tell me different. Some people say, oh, man, you know what? If I don't got bad luck, I don't have no luck at all. Stop telling yourself that. Oh, you know what? I cannot do that. I'm not strong enough. I cannot do that because a lot of times what do we say? I'm not white. We say that I'm not white, right? Maybe that white person got up and was eager more than you were. So we all blame someone, but we never blame ourselves, right? We all ready to judge, but we don't judge ourselves. We're ready to see something, but we don't see ourselves for what it is. 3.5 years ago, I had a problem, and my problem was eating food. My problem was not taking care of my health. My problem was not believing in myself. My problem was I didn't care. I didn't care. People intend to say, you know what? I'm going to die anyway. Right? You could give people all the tools, every tool in the world that's going to solve the project, and they won't pick up nothing because they're stuck in their mind that it's going to happen someday, right? Just like people say, you know what? I'm going to win the lottery one day. Well, you can't win the lottery if you're not scratching. People, I'm going to be rich one day. Well, you show me how you're going to be rich if you're not doing nothing. People don't realize how powerful the mind can be, how powerful you can be. They don't see it. And if you have any questions, hey, shout out to all the guys. Shout out to all y'all. Appreciate y'all. And over here on Instagram, appreciate you, man. Yes, thank you. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. And the thing is, the keto lifestyle. Why do I push it? Why am I a coach? And why do I believe in it so much? Because it works. Because it works. Why is it the best? Because it's not a diet. It's an amazing lifestyle. And I know everyone calls it a diet, but you'll never hear me call it that. It's an amazing lifestyle. What is a diet? A diet is something that you fall off of and it won't work. Why? Excuse me. Because you got to take pills. Sometimes in diets, you got to take pills. You got to take supplements. I mean, I'll tell you, not too long ago, I seen somebody putting a patch on them. Oh, here I go, putting a patch on me. I'm about to drop some weight. And I'm looking like this. A patch? A patch? And I don't mean to be mean. But don't you think that patch will work somewhere else? Like, put a patch that says, I'm going to believe in myself. Put a patch that says, I don't need this food. Put a patch that says, I'm going to do the keto lifestyle. Put a patch in there, say, I'm going to call Coach Gilbert Patino. I'm going to give him a call. I always give y'all my number, guys, all the time. And you know what the hardest thing to do is to call me. And it's my number. It's my number, and I'm going to put it on my cookbook. I'm going to have my number. My wife's like, oh, no, you're not going to have it in your cookbook. I'm going to have my number in my cookbook. So you could call me whenever. You know, now don't call me and say, hey, how you do this recipe? Because the recipe is going to be on there, and it's in detail. Really good detail. But, guys, the only way we're going to move forward, if we move forward, we're going to have to move our feet. We're going to have to get out of our comfortable place. We're in this comfortable place, right? Where we're closed in. We're closed in. And we don't want to get out. Why we don't want to get out? Because we have fear. Why do we have fear? Because your fear is stronger than your faith. Now, your faith should be stronger than your fear. It really should. Now, I read this to y'all earlier. It says, the heart of man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps. And that's exactly what happened to me, what happened to a lot of people. How many times you heard somebody, well, you know what, I was supposed to do this, but now I do this. I'm more happy about this. You know, we can only choose so much. God's going to give us a detour, or God's going to move us. God's going to do what he has to do. Right? If I stayed here talking about everything I've been through, my show would be super long, right? But growing up poor, I grew up in Denver Harbor, guys, in Houston, Texas. If you know about Denver Harbor, you really know. It's in my heart. I love Denver Harbor. But thank God I live in Katy now. It was hard. It was really hard. I remember going with my mom to go stand in line for the government cheese. You know, I remember we got food stamps. I remember a lot of stuff that we went through, right? I remember everything, right? I remember, you know, cooking at a young age because my mom was the only one working because my dad was disabled. You know, and I remember everything, right? I remember everything. My life was not easy. You know, I grew up. It was hard. It was very, very hard. My life was hard, you know. But the thing is, I grew up. I grew up from it. And we intend to stay there. How many times have you seen people doing the same thing? The same thing. You do not see the people doing the same thing. You know, not to talk about Jordans, but right now I have about 15 pairs that one day I bought me some I got them on right now. Some Under Armour, right? I got me some Under Armour. And I put these shoes on, like, oh my God, these are comfortable, like real comfortable, right? And at that time I said, man, you know what? I've been spending close to $300 for shoes that have never been comfortable. That have never been comfortable. What was I buying them for? I was buying them because they look good, right? I was buying them for that, right? Because they look good. But I was also buying them because everybody else is buying them, and because I loved them at one time. I loved Jordans at one time, but they've always been uncomfortable. There's like maybe two pairs that are not, and I still got my shoes, but I haven't put them on at all. I tried because I got the breads. I got a bunch of nice Jordans, right? I just never put them on. And the crazy thing is I don't even want to sell them because I don't want people to put them on. Like, there's more comfortable shoes out there. See, we fall into sometimes a trend to follow what everybody else is doing, right? And we want to stay there. But don't stay there. Don't settle. Whatever you learn from me or whatever you learn from somebody else, go over that. Go over that. Make it you. Make it your own. Make it your own, you know? It's just I'm a different, hey, shout out to Betty. Shout out to Lou. I'm a different person now, guys. I'm a straight up different person. Anyone can tell you I'm so different. You know, I used to be out there. I used to be the one to go by the bar, or half of the bar. I would go buy buckets and drink and party and then go to Whataburger and late at night. That's probably what some of y'all doing now. And go to Whataburger late at night and eat till I was falling out, and then eat in the morning and do like that. And I was sick, and I had high blood pressure. I had anxiety, depression, digestive problem, asthma. I used to go to sleep sitting down because I couldn't sleep. I had so many problems. You wouldn't believe how many problems I had, you know. But I no longer have those problems. Not one. I don't even get a slight headache. Do you know every day I used to wake up with headaches? Every day I used to wake up with headaches. You see, guys, God is always trying to help us, but we're not trying to help him. We're not. We see that as, you know what? God's amazing. He's amazing God. He's huge and everything, and that's true. But if you're not trying to do it for yourself, sometimes we're stubborn. Sometimes God's telling you know what? I want you to do this. You know what? You come out your house, you have a flat tire, and you're mad. Oh, man, you know what? I have a flat tire, and there's always to me, and what else can happen to me, and this and that. And then more bad things happen to you, right? And you say, man, you know, nothing good happens for me. Because you're negative. Because God probably had a plan, like, you know what? If he leaves right now, they're going to hit him in the car, or something's going to happen, right? You got to look at it that way, right? Sometimes it says, you know, it's not on your time. It's on God's time. It's on his time. You know, Jimmy, the one that told me about putting up the scriptures on my page, he told me, man, Free, I don't know why it took me so long to get close to God. And I say, bro, it's not on your time. It's on his time. It's on his time. So no matter how long it takes, no matter what you've been through, no matter what it is, your time's coming and there's going to be a breakthrough, right? But you have to want this. You have to be hungry. You have to want this. Every day, and I'm not telling you to do this, but every day, I do between 20 to 23 hours intimate fasting. Every day. I don't skip no days. Every day. When I go to the quinceañeras or when I do the weddings, they're over trying to feed me. And I said, I'm sorry. Don't mean to be rude, but I'm already fasting and I already ate. But if you want, I could eat the plate tomorrow when I get break my fast. Oh, sure, you know. And that's how much motivation, that's how much self-control I have on myself, you know. And half of the time, I'm not hungry. I already ate. I'm done. I'm done. Today I finished eating. It was 8 8:45. 8:45 I'm done eating. Right? I won't be eating tomorrow till 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Depends. I'm DJing tomorrow. I'm doing the quinceanera tomorrow. Um, so what I'm getting at, guys, is a lot of times things are not gonna go our way. We've been through a lot, right? There's times we lost money. There's time people stole money from us. There's time we've been fired from a job. Somebody might be going through that right now. But don't see that as the end. Don't be moping. Don't be all sad and everything. Pick your head up. Pick your head up high. Pick your head up high, because no one's going to do it for you. Stop being like that and pick your head up high. Pick your head up high. High as you can go. Pick it up. Because no one's going to stop you. No one's going to say, put your head down. Put your head down. We liked you better like that. We liked you sad. No, pick your head up. You're about to make moves. You're about to make a bigger move. I know people right now that are like family that had to close down their places or whatever it was, the situation was. They closed down their sports bars. They closed down clubs. And now they're coming out giant. Brand new spot. Guess what? They're coming out bigger. Who knows? Maybe this coronavirus, who knows who made it? Maybe it was God. Maybe he said, you know what? I got to teach y'all again what it is to be around each other, to be around family, to unite, to do what we've been doing. Hey, guys, man, I really appreciate y'all. You have any questions, guys? Do you have any questions? If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks to TikTok. The other day I did a live, and they sent me some gifts. So I really appreciate that, guys. Really appreciate that. Shout out to Nick, man. Shout out to all of y'all. And so, guys, we're going to go through stuff. We're going to go through stuff. There might be stuff I go through tomorrow. There might be stuff I go through the next day. We're going to go through everything. But keep your head up when you go through it. Don't let nothing bring you down. Don't forget how strong you are. If you show your strength, God will show his. Guys, man, I really appreciate y'all. And thank y'all. I don't think y'all got any more questions. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for tuning into my show, guys. I hope everybody had a good time. Join me for my next show. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Keto is Live TV. And guys, good night. Have a great night. Be blessed.
Sugar is the devil. Keto is Live TV.